You've not had those guys that they were your guys until maybe you guys go out and you have a baby you're trying to impress, and then maybe he now decides to play the money card, and you're just thinking, bro, are you serious?
Bro, I said me that before.
He's now trying to outspend you, and you're like,
do you know what's funny? The situation happened to me early, and that's when I realized it's not about money anymore, man. What up, people? It's your favorite podcast, Men, back again with another one. I am Michael Scenario.
And I'm Murray Welcome Koya.
And welcome to MENISMS. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are blessed. Thank you for tuning into another wonderful episode. We appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to all our audio platforms and video platforms. You know, how you feeling?
Feeling good, as always.
Good. We'll be back with another good topic, but as we like to do now on the show, we have to start checking on each other, not just rush in, We have you honest, but how you doing, G?
Yeah, I'm good. Having I guess it's kind of like a slow week. Everyone is still kind of like trying to come out of the whole election buzz, so we're still, it's kind of slow, but it's calm. Lagos hasn't been crazy. I don't know, for some reason it's calmer. Lagos has not been the madness it usually is. So
I would say that's been a bonus, at least, because you don't feel the stress too. It's more of just mental stress following the politics and all, but the city's been calm. You know, work has been calm. Work has actually been calm now that I think about it.
Work has been calm.
Wow,
generally.
Thank you, Lord. But of course, we got another wonderful topic that is definitely going to have a lot of us talking today. And we definitely want to see your comments. Share the video amongst your friends. Start this little debate from today. But this is for all the fellas out there. Our topic today is the bro code.
Well, the 2023.
The 2023 bro code.
Now, the reason why we're saying 2023 is because some things may have changed as we've grown up. So,
as in your views.
Things that we thought were to be done a certain way, we've now kind of changed our, mentality on that. So
have we?
Kind of.
There's
emphasis on kind of.
Be standard. Are you already saying that?
Let's relax. We're getting into the topic. Let's relax. All right.
But like I said, today's topic is the 2023 bro code. Yeah. So before we start with that, what is your because now this is actually going to be a very interesting topic because of the perspectives, like you say. So first, what's your definition of bro code?
All right. So what I think bro code is basically like untold rules that you have between you and your guys. Now, these rules are usually generated from the kind of relationship you guys have together and how you guys just navigate life as a whole, right? And I would say that there are some across-board rules, like the typical one where they say, bros before hoes, which is one of the first ones we're going to touch, right? So, but that the one I think usually applies to most bro code guidelines, right? It's always like don't give up your friendship for a relationship that you have with another woman and stuff. So I mean, it's basically just rules that friends create between themselves, or rather among themselves, to follow. So the friendship is kind of like checked.
I've noticed now, at least from the perspective of bro code, like we say, is there are a lot of similarities amongst men everywhere. But, being around, I've seen the different bro code rules in Nigeria, bro code rules in the UK and London, and bro code rules in America. And it's so funny how, like you say, there's similarities there, but the differences are so key. Like, even in Nigeria now, adapting to the new bro code rules, there's some that I was like, I still like, hey, whoa. Like,
I mean, you're going to share some of those.
It's a bit different.
Want to hear them.
Fair. And even with my guys, like, we've had to, it's part of the stuff we'll talk about. Like, there's some kind of, that's how I know my dudes here is like, there's a lot of talks we've had to understand the perspective. Because obviously from one side, you'll be like, we don't do this. Or your side, you don't do this. But we had to find that common ground. Yeah. But the first thing, like you said, because you took the definition already with bro code, so that's why I don't even need to say the name. Like, it's rules that we already know out and written. Yeah. But the first one is the bros before hoes. Now, obviously, as a youngin, when we're taught this, it was basically, look out for your boy before you go and chase a girl, or don't just leave your boy for any girl. That's the simple juvenile rule of it. Then as you get older, it's so funny how it starts off as a juvenile concept, but it's the same thing when you're a grown, especially in your 20s, because that's when the real tests start. Because there are a lot of new things. A lot of us are going through puberty. A lot of us are now around women a lot. You're in university. You're starting your adult life. So there are going to be situations you're going to see the character of some dudes that you even be like, I don't know if I can keep this dude around me, And I can't lie. I've been like, now I'm very chilled. Like we've talked about it. When it comes to women, like there's no issue. We've seen a man in this life. But I won't lie, my early 20s, like that 19, 20, I know I was like still cool with girls and all that, but obviously there was still that excitement. And I know sometimes that thing got me in trouble with certain boys, because that's the time I was in London. And in London now, UK guys are a bit different. You get them, UK guys are very chill.
Yeah, but like, their friendships are also very
exactly. Like today, my boys in London, like they're still my guys till today. Even though I've not even been there in years, they're still my guys. So there were a lot of times, like I said, we had to have conversations whereby it's like, look, where I'm coming from in America, like, yo, we like seeing girls, we're excited and all that stuff. But at the same time, I was open to at least hear their perspective on stuff that at least when it came to them, there was a respect we had. Like, even if I'm doing my own thing, fine. But then at the same time, I learned from them, like, how to even tone it down a bit with some girl stuff, because it does get you in trouble, because every guy is different when they see the way guys move with girls and all. But with you now, what was the bro code? You grew up in Nice, like we like to say, and what was the bro code like for you here? Like, what were the rules coming up? And then even when you got to your 20s now, because some dudes here are funny in their 20s when it comes to women with the bros. So how is that? Let me hear your perspective.
All right, so the bros before host thing, in my opinion, is what they just say. A lot of Nigerian guys don't actually play it out. My lord, they don't play it out, but they can say it. Can they say, oh yes, they can say it, but do they play it out? Another story. Now, I've had incidents when, okay, so I had this one time when one of my exes and I broke up, and the same guy. So you know how even the whole bro code. So bro code, because that's another thing we need to say. Bro code isn't actually always also for the closest of friends. Mm-hmm. It usually still spans out to your guys that,
there's
friends
a
of friends.
You guys have that
exactly.
You know that together.
Yes. You guys definitely know each other on a first name basis. You've experienced things together, but you might not necessarily be like the closest guys. Yeah. But those rules still apply to you. So I had these guys that were my guys, right? Not necessarily my closest circle of people, but my guys still. Like guys who knew who my ex was, enough to know that, oh, maybe we're having a fight. Those kinds of guys, they're not in your inner circle, but like once in a while when you guys talk, you guys catch up on what's going on in your lives. So my ex and I had broken up. One of them breakups that you guys are getting back in 2-3 months, but we had broken up. Yeah. And that breakup was even like me calling it off because I was done. I was tired. Like I was being treated like God knows what, right? So I was fed up. So now, for me, more than anything, I expected that the bros before hoes would definitely be something that would play out, because these were people who knew my ex, but knew me. Yeah. So maybe knew my ex because maybe they were in the same class or whatnot, but they knew me outside. Like they knew me as per guys. We've had experiences together. Just for me to find out that after my ex and I had broken up, they were moving to my ex.
Oh, you get your ass whooped.
And mind you, this I didn't even get to find this out until like much later. So like, it completely changed how I saw them. Like I could never put them in that.
They were never your boys anymore. They were never your boys.
And you see, this is why I say that. You see that code, because if it was me, I would never do that to them, even though I'm not in their inner circle, right? But I just know, this is this guy's babe. I mean, I'm sure they have whatever they have going on. I'm not gonna go try and move.
A question with that, because we gonna be real on this shit. Because, like I said, I have a lot of good dudes here, but I have seen a lot of fuckeries. Oh yeah, thank God it's not been to me, because there's a way I carry myself in this myself. But I've seen it. You get what I'm saying, like that. And it's like that thing about if your boy dated a girl already, right? If you are cool with the guy, why are you still moving to that same guy? I don't know if it's like a conquered thing in Nigeria or a challenge I've noticed here. Because for us, like I said, that's where I said the country thing comes into play. Because you see abroad how they are now. Like, you see, that's why I said the American side came in like, oh, we try. In Nigeria, guys would be like, why are you fighting? what's wrong with you? You're fighting. But it's like,
Yeah.
there's that pride. It's like, yo, there's a brother, there's a respect we should have. Like, even now, a lot of times when my guys and I are together, I don't know if you guys do this, like, when we're out and we see girls all together, guys will start saying, if you see girls came with them, yo, are you with her? Is that your girl?
Yeah. So you know to just mark that territory off. Like,
Because
yeah.
me, I'm weird. I can't lie to you. Once I see a girl with my guy, that's actually my guy, lock
Close off.
Even if you're not even serious and all that. Just for me, I'm selfish, whereby I don't even want a tie. Now, if it just happens that we both didn't know, and it's happened in Lagos now, like you and your guy didn't know, but consciously, if I see a girl with my guy, off limits. Now, to me, if you still go for, that's why I said the bro code for me is different, whereby if you still go for the girl that you know this was somebody, I know I wouldn't say that you saw the guy with her, but he had actual feelings for this girl.
You see, that's the one. I would even say feelings
That's
are even different. An actual relationship. This is an
Bro.
actual relationship. Like, I mean, we had already dated like 3 years in. Type of thing.
No, I'm sorry. That's why I said that's foul. Sorry, that's foul.
So now, because I'm an objective person, I tried my very best to see the possible loophole as to how that could just be okay, but I just couldn't. I don't think I can.
There's
I
no
can
loophole,
ever,
bro.
I couldn't.
Because, bro,
find it.
think about what you just said. If it was a case that you and this girl were just sleeping together, that's physical. That's
To me,
different.
it's a level playing field. I haven't shown any commitment. I haven't shown any ownership of her. So,
But then for you to say you were in a committed relationship, I don't know. That's just my bro code rule. I don't know how guys feel. Say your opinion. But if you guys had an intimate relationship or the guy had actual feelings for her, like, for example, you know, there's some guys now, this is a bros before hoes rule that differs on guys. But you know how there's some guys that like the girl. Not that they dated the girl, but they
just
liked her.
yeah.
And maybe it didn't work out for him and all that. Then your other boy tries to move to her. Is that a bros before hoes
So
rule?
for me, I don't think so. But I think it depends on how they didn't work out. If it was the kind of work not working out that really left my guy damaged, right? Then I definitely wouldn't do that, because out of the respect, it's almost like rubbing it in his face, like rubbing the fact that the person that broke his heart is still around the corner or still like always in the hole. I wouldn't do it, only because I witnessed how much this damaged him. Because you know, some kinds of talking stages that don't work out can leave you so damaged.
Yeah.
So
and even though it's just talking stage.
exactly. So depending on how damaged it was, because it could, you know, if it's someone who poured his heart out, did everything, and the babe just did him anyhow, I wouldn't do that, because it's like bringing her, you know, putting her in his face. It's even worse if you go ahead and try to talk to the babe and all you guys do is just smash. She doesn't even ask for commitment.
Can I ask a question?
It's bad.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because I have a situation that happened like that in college.
Okay.
So in college now, right? There was this girl that was like our homie. Like, she was a G, beautiful girl like this. But she was like one of the man. Like, you know those girls that move like man, but she's like pretty and all that.
Yeah.
So my boy, one of my guys at the time, like, really liked her. Like, at first he used to deny, like, oh, we're like, all right, cool. But he had a crush on her. Now, me and the girl were already closer. I'm the one that even introduced her to most of the guys.
So did you meet her before the guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
All
what
right.
I'm saying. Like, I knew her first.
Okay. All right.
Then I introduced her to the guys.
Okay.
So from there now, like, me and her already have our close relationship and all that. My guys, you know, he's been friends with her for like the next year or so. Then a year after, we found out like he had a crush on her. Like, we could tell, like, yo, you got a crush on this girl. Like, no, I don't. All right, bet. But eventually he did. So he was trying to move to her, and it didn't work out. Now, remember, I said, like, this is my guy now that I've met in uni for this time, but I've known her obviously longer.
Yeah.
So she came to me after, it was like, yeah, your boy trying to move to me. I don't like him and all that. Like, in a rude way. Just like, I'm like, fair,
Like trying to,
you know, I don't really get involved in that. But she's told me. So fast forward maybe 6 months.
Okay.
Or so, right? That saga's happened. They've been doing that thing. We're all still chilled, but me and the girl still close. He's now distancing himself a few months after. I won't say 6 months, a few months after. So long story short, there was this one time now that, you know, eventually I found out she liked me. And how did I find out? Because she came to my basketball game one time, and then when we're now leaving and all that, like, we kissed. She kissed me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where's this guy? I was actually confused. Like, don't worry about it. But I found out she was like tipsy doing it. Then eventually when we talked, it's funny how we said in our last conversation about the alcohol thing. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
So at that point now, like, the next day we talk about it, because I'm not awkward. Like, you my friend. Like, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Then found out she had a crush on me. And, I mean, obviously she's just pretty. I liked her. But I always had those thoughts, man. Like, I ain't trying to push it because I knew my boy, that's actually my boy, liked you. But she was like, nothing ever happened. He just liked me, but I never liked him. I didn't lead him on. Like, she was basically saying, like, she was cool. So eventually we started seeing, but we kept it on the low at first, right? Then eventually I found out, the guy obviously found out later on and all that. So at first he said he was cool, but then we found out later there was a lot of drama now that I was involved in it, and that situation obviously led to it. So with what you just said now, that example, at that time, was I wrong?
So personally, I don't think so, but especially because like you didn't have any like motives, behind it before.
Yeah.
So you knew that he liked her. She knew that he liked her, but she didn't want it. She wanted you, sort of, but she also didn't say anything about it. Now, I think again, depending on how close you guys are, I'm the kind of person who would probably bring it up and be like, "Oh, see, this babe actually is kind of moving to me. Or I don't want it seeming like I started moving to her after you started moving to her." Do you get it? So I would have the conversation. Now, if the guy is still bitter after that,
but then here's the problem.
That's his problem.
So this is what I'm going to say perspective. Here's the problem. Now, like we said, they liked.
Mm-hmm.
And you brought up the example if they liked them to the point that it brought emotional damage, but it's like there's a way you would know that case if they really like them in an obsessive way.
I mean, from what you said, it didn't sound like it because
no, he just liked her a lot, but it's like it didn't work. Like I said, even times he would. I didn't even
were they going out on dates and stuff?
No.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So you see, with the instance I was talking about was more like they were talking. She was actually entertaining him.
Like he was courting her or something.
Yeah, no, well, yeah. So like maybe like he was taking her out on dates.
Oh,
she was entertaining him, but still ended up saying no.
She wasn't entertaining. They were just friends. Like as friends, you're my guy.
Well, he never just accepted his advances.
Yeah,
yeah. So I think in that kind of situation,
and like I said, when we talked about, like she's already my friend before, and we're close. Once that thing happened between me and her, I already have a policy where I'm already very private when it comes to women. Like I don't just tell my boys, "Hey, this girl." So even then, it's like I'm conflicted. Like, okay,
do you tell him? Do you keep it private?
But at the same time, this is me and her business, and she's already told me she's cool. So, as I said, with the guy code now, that's why I was conflicted.
All right, yeah. So I think for guy code, you definitely like just let him know, so it doesn't come off as, See, let me because what it's going to translate to is that he would think that she wasn't liking him because she was liking you, and you knew about it since, but you were leading him on. So he's going to look at it as, oh right, so you knew that she was feeling you instead of me, but you were still telling me to go ahead and just do my thing.
Now, which is a good perspective to have. I'm still debating, but I'm just like, now that's at university level.
Yeah, but it's a selfish thing to think, but that's what's going to think.
As an adult, if that same thing happens now, do you say, as adults?
So as an adult, I guess it still depends on the kind of friendship you guys have, right? Because there are some adults that still have that same kind of friendship from the it's true, right? But if you're talking about the kind of adults we're talking about, like I think that the person would understand that look, it's an L, right? Yeah. It's one of those things. The person didn't feel you move on to the next, but a lot of people hold on to all that. But like you said, when you were younger, like there's so many things relationship wise that you hold on to your head and just be like,
I just feel when it comes to like we say, so we talk about the other points in it, but like I say, if my boy has dated her, seen her, slept with her, I know they go that girl again. Simple.
I mean, I can't really say the same.
Say your truth. But say your truth.
I can't really say the same, but of course, I definitely would gauge the situation and know what they had, right? It never takes anything for me to step away. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. So there's no one I've ever met when I'm like, but even if it's from my guy, I can't leave this babe. Nah, there's nobody like that. I can always step away, right? But I feel like, okay, I mean, the guys had nothing. I don't see there's no inconvenience in staying. So okay, sure, yeah. But I would always gauge the situation first.
All right. So the next point in it, again, we want to hear your views on this. You see how this is a very interesting topic. So the next point is never dating your friend's ex. Sort of similar to the bros what we just said, but this one is
like they actually dated
the ex-girlfriend of that man.
Yeah. So like me, basically.
Is she free game? Still, it's like, for example, if you're one of us now has an ex now, I already told you my view. I'm not going near that girl ever. Now with you, are you? You just said so that means you said from what you just said, that means you could date my ex.
No. So no. Now let me tell you why I think. So if you asked me this question 5-6 years ago, I had definitely said no, never, forget it. But if we're talking about an ex that you dated 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Who has also dated other people severally between that time and now, while you have also dated people severally between that time and now, I think it's a peculiar situation because at that point, as much as they're your ex on paper, right? By paper I mean like record-wise, they are your ex, it doesn't actually quite feel that way anymore, because the rule behind that don't date your ex is that you should know that my feelings for this person are this way and we share these emotions and blah, blah, blah. But if you're in a stage of life where it's been 10 years, you've moved on completely and dated 5 other people after that, it's only pride that would make you say, that's still my ex, don't go near her. Do you get what I'm saying? But I
see... This guy's being so political right
now. But it's the truth. But it's the truth. Because if you look, I'm saying this because, like I said, if you asked me 5 years ago, I'd have definitely said, no, that keep off. No-go area. But I've gotten to realize, and I'm saying this because I'm putting myself in those shoes. If someone were to date, so that's my ex from uni that I said my other friend was moving to. I mean, that relationship has been over 10 years ago, right, since it ended. If some of my guys that I was close to would say, oh, he's feeling the bit.
Now,
by all means, do your thing.
Okay, this is where I was going to ask my next question with your points now. Because does it not depend on the guy friend? So, for example, now, there's some circle of friend of guys you have right now that you met maybe within the last 3 years, 4 years, 2 years, but you're close. Your ex, like you say, was 8 years ago. They happen to see the girl, and they're like, yo, the girl's gorgeous, but your ex from 8 years is... Now, there's that situation. Then there's situation B where there's some of your boys that have been around you
that they knew
since the time
about
you were
that.
dating that girl.
Yeah,
like you say, 8 years forward, they want to date her now.
Okay, so
there's those two situations.
So let me tell you, right? I'll use that situation to explain it. So if I had a guy who knew about my whole ordeal, like, you know, just about the transition of that relationship, you know, and its different experiences that, you know, left me the way it left me. So I feel like, so here's where I'd have the problem with the relationship they might want to have. Like you said, it depends on the kind of friendship I have with that guy. But this is what is going to play out. Oh yeah, hey, what's up? It's like, I'm feeling that your ex, I ran into her again this day and we got talking and blah, blah. No issues. I mean, this is the way the world works. You are bound to run into anybody, right? And then you guys got talking, you found out that she's actually an interesting person, you like her, blah, blah, blah. You know, now, like, because I said I'm very objective, I understand that what I saw is not what the person will be experiencing now, because, again, she will also have changed.
Everybody has grown, new stage of life.
But I can't change the fact that my memories of her, some of them will still come with that hurt, will still come with that disappointment, all that stuff. So what I'll just tell him is, look, you're an adult, can't tell you what to do and what not to do, because even if I say don't go there and you still want to, you still will, right? All I'll tell you is, I mean, the minute you guys start, I can't see you or her, and like, I can't see you guys together.
But then if you see doing that already now, doesn't that start to affect your relationship with your
friend?
Boy?
Exactly. Because that's why I said it depends on the friendship.
If you're putting a diameter now on it, now whatever the word is,
yeah.
But if you're not putting that limit against each other now, it's like, are we
so
boys?
So that's why I said I would let him know that is what the case is going to be.
But that's what I'm saying. For us, but before we even get to that level,
he should know already.
Why are we getting to that level where we can avoid this by not put... Now, like, you are right. You're not wrong. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like, for me, like, that's why it's good we have those two different perspectives. Because, like, for me, I don't even... If you're really my boy, I'm going to say something and be like... That's what I said for me, because I can't speak for them. So there's the person that can be like you, that's the outwards what they want. But for me, it's like, if you're someone that's my person, I'm going to really avoid that situation because I care about you as my boy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people that, oh, it's my boys before any girl I'm dating, any girl. No. But like you said, in this kind of situation, if we're somebody that we have a good relationship and respect each other, then I'm going to respect that boundary. There's 8 billion women in this world. So
let me. So I think the experience I had with my previous girlfriend and my guy moving to her kind of just let me know, yeah, you're not trusting nobody. Like, so actually right now, I don't have any guy that I can say, this guy can never do this guy. I don't have any of those.
So you feel like any guy can
slip
up?
So right now, I have close guys.
So that means, but right now, you feel like, not you feel it for you. I'm just saying, so even for me now, somebody like me that I have said with my own mouth, you still feel it.
Yes.
That's fair.
Because I find that, you know, I mentioned in one of our episodes, in the last episode, the body will still want what the body wants. Like,
but the mind, but that's why I said it takes a strong mind.
Yes,
that's why I said you really have. But you see what I said, like, I get where you're coming from, but you still have to open. We've talked about conversations that you said you're working on opening up more. There's certain conversations. If your boys are your boys,
they would actually
you know the character of that person, saying this person still.
And you know another reason why I stopped opening up, because apart from just the topic of having that issue with, you know, people we've dated in the past and understanding the respect you're meant to have with your friend, there are other circumstances too that will kind of show you that, yeah, okay, he might be the person who says that, oh yeah, you know, you dated this person, I can never do that to you. But then in another circumstance, it could even be maybe something work related, and then you find him throwing you under the bus, and you're thinking. So you see why I say that it's hard for me to put somebody in that place where I totally trust them.
The thing is, with women, I find it funny. You find it funny for me, but I sometimes judge men by the way they are around women.
Yes, sometimes.
For most times, because
you would know the real color
because
from
of
that.
me, my situation of my industry, all that. Like I've told you, I'm
You've
used
seen
to
things.
woman.
Yeah,
so
you've seen things.
I see how some niggas change too. There are a lot of guys that I respect the guys that still stick to themselves. Of course, we all enjoy woman in this life, you understand, but you still keep yourself. I've seen dudes change. Like I had to even. There was one time I had to check one of my dudes, like not like my guy, but it was like a guy who like were very cool and all that. Like at least I'll train him if I needed to at times, but we have a good relationship. But actually, let me take that back. We were close actually at one point, so let me not lie.
Okay, yeah.
So we were close at one point. So the reason I say that is just because there was always an issue of us liking the same damn girl.
Fair enough.
And it's like, that's fair. You both have similar taste. But as boys, we go talk. You get, if you are seeing her, me personally, if you are seeing her first, I'm okay. I've lost it.
But there are some guys
that battle go hurt me. But
there are some guys
if you
that don't
mess
back
up,
out. Yeah.
if you mess up, it's free game. If it's like, that's why I said, you see what I said, like if you just they talk and they mess up, almost free game.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But if you are seeing this girl, me, I'm okay. But for you, you don't respect that. You're going
to
still trying to moving.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, hold on, bro. Like, there's a bar. And then there was one time we had a party or something, and the girl came with me or something. So no, actually, I met her there. So the girl I'd been talking to, but I knew he tried to move to her at one point and all that. But me and her are now talking, and obviously she's now with me. Like she wants to stay with me, she's out with me. But then I want to tell he'll come and block us, and then trying to talk to me, but he's also trying to talk to her. So the first time I'm like, okay, now maybe Kim says, hey, no, he knows that fair. I'm not one of those controlling dudes. Second time he came, I can tell he's trying to talk to her more and all that, but she's been uncomfortable and all that. Like obviously, cause she's with me. Third time I had to check out, like, yo, my nigga, what up? Like, yo, what's up? Like, we good? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, my boy, I'm expecting you to know that, how to behave. I realize I can't put the same expectations on my own head.
So yeah, so I think you've just mentioned a very good point, because it's one thing to know what the values for the bro code are to you. It's another thing to understand what the values of the bro code are to your bros. Because
and that's why you have to open up and actually have those vulnerable conversations. Like one of my close boys and I, we had to, you see why I said the culture difference? We had to actually have talks, because he's a nice guy, obviously where I'm from. Yeah. We had to have talks to understand, because like you said, to nice guy, and now I understand it, you understand. You know, then I didn't, you know, I'm so, but now I understand. Like back then, like, but if you talk to one babe and not that no work, so I go talk to her. At first I was more sensitive, like, yo, man, you just saw me talking to her. And then it used to be like a small conflicting issue and all, until we had talks, and I'm like, oh, perspective, I get it. It's not my girl too. Like even me, Nigeria changed me a lot. That I'm happy even. Like,
bro, what are you telling me? You've not had those guys that they were your guys until maybe you guys go out and you have a baby you're trying to impress, and then maybe he now decides to play the money card, and you're just thinking, and you're just thinking, bro, are you serious?
Bro, I said me that before.
He's now trying to outspend you, and you're like,
do you know what's funny? The situation happened to me early, and that's when I realized it's not about money anymore, man. It's not, because I told you I've been clubbing since I was in my early 20s with my older brothers and all that. So I used to be the youngest at one point. And there'll be all these baddies there and all that. And you've seen dudes do the money. Like there'll be girls I'll be talking to, right? You'll see my cousin's older friends now that'll try and do the Egbon senior thing to me now. And that one I had to hold my position. Is like, they'll try and belittle you and all that. But you still did. Then the next thing now is the money thing. And at that time, you can't compete.
Okay, yeah.
For being real, I'm a student.
And then you now hear things like, oh yeah, let's get you another bottle of champagne. And, like,
and you're like this.
I'm sorry, what?
That's why I said you as a guy have to know yourself and your character, because then you start realizing, do I really want the easy girl that is just going to take a bottle to get you? Or am I going to get the girl that bottle is not going to affect you, whereby... When I say not affect you, is obviously women love nice things. Like, I'm not saying you go and date, bro. I don't even want to be a broke nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm still buy drinks and all. But what I'm saying is, if a bottle is what's carrying you away like that, instead of you actually liking me for me, then I can still impress you, then, no.
Yeah, but you see, the funny thing is that in those scenarios, she hasn't had the chance to know you a little bit. So right at that point, she's just...
you cheat. You see why I say the conversation thing? That's why you cheat. You get to, before you enter that club, guys, I'm going to give you some free game right now. You see, he's always insulting me saying,
oh my
conversation.
days.
See, before you enter that club, get to know these girls, have some conversations, sit
I'm
down,
dead.
so she knows your character. So when you enter
kill me,
club,
please.
it's up to you now to at least hold your own. So that way, even if you buy a bottle or so, but one nigga tries to come and buy 2 bottles, she knows your character.
Fair enough. Anyway, so I guess summary of that is don't date your friend's ex if they really had. I mean, depending on the kind of friendship you have, but be careful if you have to date your friend's ex. Just be careful. If you have to.
Next point.
All right. So the next one is your friend's sister is off limits unless you're marrying her.
I understand this. No, I have actually never dated any of my.
I'm gonna drink to this one.
Moira has some opening up to do. Me, I've never. Actually, now that I think about it, luckily a lot of my boys, their sisters are older sisters.
Doesn't stop anything. Go on.
What's wrong with you?
What's
wrong with you?
Let's go on.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about, but still, like decorum.
It doesn't stop.
But now,
anything,
for
yeah.
me personally, I've not moved to any of my guys' sisters knowingly.
No, that's now we're gonna
Knowingly,
get there
because there have been some situations I found out that I'd be like, sorry, your brother is who? Like I found out one time.
Yeah. So
That I was just like this. Not even that. The guy and I are just cordial, cool. Like he comes to my events, we dap up, yo, you good? And then also I met his sister, not even from him. Like met her random place, beautiful girl, we were chilling and all that. Then one day I just see family stuff on close friends, and I'm like, oh damn, they look similar. Is that your brother? Yeah, my older brother by 3 years. Okay, so it makes sense.
So I think for me it's how. So I mean I would confess I have had a thing or two with my friends' sisters, but my defense.
I would kill you.
My defense. Hold on. My defense literally is that I met the sister first before finding out that I knew the brother. So scenarios where I start talking to the girl and then she's like, oh, come over my place sometime, and I've never been to the guy's place, right? But I know, there's some guys that but you never had reason to go to their house because you guys are always finding places to meet, or maybe they come to yours, or maybe like you guys. So you've never really been to their house, and they're like, oh yeah, come over my place, and then you don't know it's the guy's place, and then maybe you're inside and you just see a picture frame.
Yes. Okay, I get what you mean.
And then you're like,
yeah, I've had that.
Now, still not stopping things from happening, because even beyond that, things still happened after finding out, right? But if I had known, because times where I've met the sister through the brother, no go. Like it's the minute I meet you through your brother, zero. There's not. We can hang out, we can live, but there's not. I can't cultivate anything beyond that. But if I met you, then met your brother, then got cool with. So sometimes if you've known the brother, but then because you know the sister, you are now cooler with the brother. I've had a lot of those where you knew the sister, then you realized who the brother was, then you got even closer with the brother, but it was no weird stuff anymore. Like maybe at that time things were kind of trickling down with the sister, and then you still keep the brother close. In fact, I've had times when I'm talking to the sister and I are supposed to have everything, then I meet the brother, then the sister and I stop talking, the brother and I become very close friends. Yeah, so I've had those, but I've never. If I meet you through your brother, forget it.
Yeah, I have a situation where I was seen talking to, but I met her brother first, and not even our brother are close, but we're cordial, we're cool, and all that. But actually, I take it back. The girl and I have been friends for a long while, like since uni times.
Okay.
I didn't know I knew she had a brother, but I didn't know what he looked like. Yeah. So fast forward, coming to Nigeria, I happened to meet the brother.
Okay.
We're cool.
Okay.
We work out, going to my events, we party, we cool. But I still don't even know their siblings. I'm still friends with your sister from before. Then eventually, the sister and I, we've been friends for years. We start seeing and everything's good. Then eventually, talk about her brother one time. I'm like, yeah, you've told me about this, your brother. Then one day, just puts her foot. I'm like,
everything starts to come together.
Just look for me. Is this your brother you talking about? Can't you see we're similar? No, you don't look alike. And they don't. To me, they don't look alike and all that. So now it's awkward for me in my head. Not anymore, obviously. But it's like then it's like, damn. Like, do I tell your brother?
Let me tell you the funny part. I don't know if this happened to you, but even when you've discovered who the brother is, you not realize she always knew you guys knew each other and just never said.
Exactly, because women are wicked. The thing is, women do
I know your brother
checks
talk
and CIA checks. They know.
I'm like, what? So you knew you
Because
couldn't tell me this was your brother?
She told, now that you say this, you flashback. Because when I said, yo, this your brother, she's like, oh, did you? They'll try and play that card like, oh,
didn't you know? I thought you already knew.
Meanwhile, you know we didn't know. It's like, yeah, I've seen him at your party. I've seen him this. That doesn't mean I'm going to know.
Exactly. So I'm just like, I think in that scenario, there's no, you can't. So without Lagos is a very small city, you have to, like, you have to just hope that, you know, that information comes up early before you, because you're already in deep, you're talking to the person.
Guys, this is why I say get to know these girls. Or be friends first. He always makes fun of me. Have conversation. Get to who's your family, what's your background, so we can avoid these kind of problems.
Yeah, true.
All right, so next point, but like we say, number 4, being able to confide in your brothers and vice versa. This to me is the most key thing to know who my niggas are, because if we can't open up to each other, there's no point, not even in a bad way that we can't be guys and all that, but my close circle of friends, just from me as my character, that is one big thing, because it's vice versa too. I've opened up to them. The funny thing is sometimes I make them open up because I'm the one that's just so used to being the open one, and then, you know, all my guys, if you actually see them, they're the hard ones, conversation, but because we know our dynamic and respect for each other, it's like that. So that's a very key thing for me. What about you?
Yeah, so I think my current circle of friends, you know, the ones I have really close, we're all like that. Like, we can talk about anything. Like, I think it came with, will I say the age, but more like the stage of life. It came with the stage of life. It came with the point where we're all now really adulting. Like, so we have no room for that pretending to be okay when we all know that we're not. But, you know, we also got to understand that in the end, even that conversation about sharing your problems was sufficient enough to get the other person going. You know, so once in a while, you just check on the person. We send each other love emojis, you know, so we break that barrier. We just, we send each other love emoji and everything. So like, look, see, like, I miss you, bro. Like, send, you know, so that way, there's that, you know, we just little by little defeat that, you know, that wall that we try to, you know, put on ourselves, because we think that, oh, we should still be manly and macho and blah, 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 you know. So, I'll say with the stage I'm in now, the kind of friends I have, we can share that. We can definitely,
it's
you know,
a beautiful
open
thing.
up with each
That's
other.
What a lot of
just,
guys don't realize. Like, when you have those close circle of guys that you can really be yourself, even if it's something they judge you for, but they're not judging you, if that makes sense.
You're more like tease you about it.
Exactly. Like me now, I'm probably the one that gets teased the most. That's why it's easy. I always tell people it's easy for me to do content, because trust me, all my friends tease the hell out of me. So there's nothing anybody on the internet can say. But like I say, there's a respect that vulnerability I can have means that, okay, these are people I can trust to an extent with certain things, and vice versa. Like, when we open up, it's like, this is our business. You get what I'm saying? That's just something very key too, because even as men, we need that. I realize at this age, you really need those circle of friends you can be so brutally honest, because whether we like it or not, everybody's always trying to seem like, oh, I'm doing okay, I'm doing well, oh, at this age I should have this, all that. There are a lot of pressures now that in our young 20s we could talk about more. But as you get older, you shy away from having those conversations easily. Especially
if you don't have the same people with the same mind frame as you to have those discussions, because you're now in a place where you're the one giving, like, you know, mentorship talks. So you feel like, you know, you can't really share things. You're the one that's meant to have been able to solve those problems already. You know, when people look at, because sometimes you feel like you're like, oh, man, I'm too old to be talking about struggling with the career. Like, I should have already figured things out by now. You know, as opposed to knowing that, bro, there are a ton of all of us, like, you know, that are going through this exact same thing, especially when it comes to, you know, being this age and not having achieved a certain amount of things that you thought you should have achieved by that age. By the time you realize that, you know, you have 20 other 30-year-olds that were all talking about this thing, understanding that, look, you know, we all got each other. It's not like a big deal. We know that we're all going through different things at different stages of life. Some people will get it to work earlier. Some people will get it to work later.
Like this, you know. I always say something like, you should see your successful friends as motivation. Yeah. Because success is, what's the word I'm looking for? Is like perception. Because you are going to be the one that determines what success is. So some people, success is, oh, I have all the money in the world. Success is, I have these businesses. Success is, okay, I'm able to do this on a daily basis. Success is, okay, this is how peaceful my life is. So it all depends. But you should see, when you see somebody else's success, use it as motivation for yourself. Like me, it's just now I had to start getting comfortable with telling myself, guy, you're doing well. I've always had this pressure every time, like, I'm not doing enough. Yeah. And then even when people are telling me I am, I always will just be beating myself up. Then it's like, the last 6 months, yeah, okay, I'll say since that America trip. It was after that America trip that I just said, like, man, fuck what any thought I had, like, I'm fine. I'm doing okay. And the thing is, I have a lot of friends that are successful in their own respective ways. And me, I try and learn from them. Like, there's one of my boys, he's managing one of the biggest artists now in the world. Literally. But the thing is, when we see each other, it's never work talk, ever.
Yeah.
We literally talk about life. We open up. We just ball in 2K every single time. And the thing is, I just see it as motivation because I've seen his story come up. I've been part of the story coming up. And vice versa. There's times he sees my success, but to me, it's like, I can't compare it to what it is. But then I realized that's where I started learning about, success is just perception. That's all it is.
So yeah, I think in the end, let's just always make sure to create that atmosphere for the people we call our guys, people we call our bros, to be able to share things. Because, I mean, I'll be honest that there are some bro circles that they make it so toxic that you can't even, so toxically masculine that you can't even, like, share things.
You know what? I learned somewhere, I don't remember the quote exactly, but they said, like, the true definition of a man or something is when he's able to identify his feminine side.
Right.
I think it was something again, don't let me not say focal, but it was something about understanding your feminine side, which is true. Because a true man knows how to be vulnerable. Like, he knows how to handle those different emotions. He knows when to switch it on and off. You get what I'm saying? Because society is just saying man. But a real man knows how to think to when to turn it off, when to turn it on. So you can interact with the right people, so you can keep the relationships you need to.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right,
so we can go to the last point. The last point is being a wingman now.
Oh, God have mercy. Some of you niggas need to really learn how to be a wingman.
I mean, so first, tell us what a wingman is.
So a wingman, for those of you that need to understand this, somebody that is there to support my guy. In terms of, if you want it, as guys now, there's a girl you want. Two of them did there. Say, I beg, if you be my wingman now. I say no more. What does that mean? I don't give a damn who that girl is in terms of her friend. I'm going to occupy her so you can do your thing.
Yeah.
Now, if her friend is a baddie, we both win.
Yeah.
Now, if one is not a baddie, which happens, and vice versa, there's some girls, they want a guy, the guy is not fine. For any girls to say we're attacking them, So what I'm saying is, if the girl's not a baddie, at least you will entertain the friend to a point that she is distracted from disturbing her friend while she's talking to you. Because girls like doing that thing. There's a girl you're talking to, that girl's even feeling you after talking for some time. Then that stupid friend is now there talking about, you ready and all that. How far? She's busy. So that's where the wingman comes into play. Now you as a wingman, I don't care how long it takes.
You need to find your way to keep that girl occupied.
Like, the worst one that kills me is guys will ask to wingman for you. They'll occupy the girl for like 10, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Meanwhile, you are progressive. You now almost see the girl's friend now come. Oh yeah, let's go.
And you're like, what? You even look back at the guy, you're like, your friend, and is he even talking to another babe or something? Say,
God bless you.
Is he even talking to another babe already? So, all right. So the thing is, I think that's one bro code thing that's kind of lost to the wind. People aren't really wingmen anymore. Everybody's just trying to do any game for himself type of thing, right?
So annoying.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't really do the wingman thing anymore because, actually, most of the times it's because more often than not, they want the body you want,
That's it.
So,
like,
they want the body you want, and they're like, okay, so how come you're the one that gets to move to the
How come you get the body?
You'll not be arguing that I saw it first, or I called it first, or something, and at that point, it's not like they'll be feeling the frustration of you leaving them with the babe that's not even.
No, but there's another thing. This is where you have to be very selective on
who
you're with.
Yes,
so for me now, I'm not asking guys that I know can be sensitive about that kind of thing,
or even be dickheads with the girl.
It's guys that I know. If babe, they are go occupy her space. Doesn't mean I want to move to her, sleep to her, but
just keep her company.
Entertain a babe, and then like I said, it's a gamble a friend takes. Whereby if she's a baddie, we both win. If one's not there, at least for the time being, do your thing, my guy. I got you. Because there's still other girls in this venue. At least you owe me, Sha. See it that way, like, oh yeah, when it's my turn, be
you
ready.
need to wingman for it. Yeah,
That's it. But it shouldn't be a case that, like I said, even if there have been cases, I can't lie, where me and my boy happen to, at the party now, you wouldn't know that you and your boy have talked to the same girl in that same party.
Right.
Then, mind you, you're still doing your thing. So, like, let's say at one point she was on the left side. Now you are the one talking to her on the left side. She's on the right side. Now you are the other guy now talk. Somehow, somewhere, you and your guys come together. Oh, how's the party? I was mad, man.
Is this babe I met gold dress?
Next, you know, it's like, I've had this one girl talk to. Which girl? Over there.
That eye is like, no, tell me no, please.
And then it's like, bro, me too, that's the girl I'm talking. So how we go do? And that is a key point in friendship, guys.
Yep.
For any man, because from there, I'm not saying who's the one that has to go down, but this is where you as a guy have to look at the friendship and say, okay, do I really want this girl? Am I going to hear my guy out? So like our other point now is me and you have moved to the same babe in the party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we now find out, shit, it's the same girl. Me personally, okay, say let's talk about it.
So
do you really want her?
So you know what? Yeah.
Are you
so
moving to her?
So I think that's the thing. I think it has to do a lot with. You know, the funny thing is, I mean, I've been in this situation a few times, and I mean, as much as it depended a lot on how I felt about the person, and if it was someone, there are some babes I see, I'm like, I actually like her. I mean, I don't know her yet, but she looks like I would actually like her.
Like the kind of babe like, yo, I'm trying to know you.
Yeah, exactly. Not just I find her physically attractive. I actually like her. If it's someone I like, depending on the kind of friend I have, I will fight it. I'm like, bro, get out. I know you are not going to be serious.
See, I'm that kind of nigga
yes,
too. Like,
yeah, I know you. I'm like, hey, you're not going to be serious. Just let me have. There's no need. I have so many. There's so many girls.
I see any girl you want.
Exactly. But if it's someone that I haven't had any thought about, and I'm just like, okay, she looks good, but I haven't really thought much beyond that she looks good. Usually, I'll just be like, hey, you know what, just have her. You know why I do that? I do that because, remember I mentioned earlier that guys will still do what you tell them they don't want. So even if I'm saying, oh yeah, I want to move to her, and the guy is telling me, okay, I know he's not giving up.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get it?
But then that's my problem. You see, that's why I'll say, I just need niggas that be honest. Because, see, I don't care if you actually want her, there's a point that I'll look like, all right, you can't even, most times I might even defer. You get what I'm saying? Because my own mentality is there's too many women. Like, one of my best friends from London, the way we became best friends, funny enough, is from him being a wingman. That's it. We went to Ibiza together, right? Okay. At one point. And then when we're in Ibiza, like, we're living it up. But then there's one night we went out. There's when you go to Ibiza, there are two strips. Well, the main strip, there's a club called Soul City. Shout out to anybody that's been, you'll know. It's the only black club on that strip. Went there, had a good time. Now I met one girl now, one beautiful small girl like this now. So I'm like, when you said like I like her, like I want to get to know you, all that. Yes, conversation. Yes, I would like to get to know you. Okay, even though I'm on holiday. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. I'm picky. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
I want to get. So but I know she likes me. So she's with me the whole night. We dancing the whole night. Boom. He's wingmanning for me with her friend that. Maybe I wasn't attracted to her, but he don't mind. He gonna take the charge. He gonna take the charge. Like, she's cute, but you get the drift. At one point the club closes. Now these boys, in those holidays, there's man them everywhere.
Yeah.
At one point we're about to leave, so I tell her like, yo, let me just turn and look for my boy. As soon as I turn around, there's like 6 big niggas just all around her, and some other girls trying to yarn them like, hey, what's up? So I'm like, I ain't no bitch, but at the same time, like, I'm not about to fight anybody over a girl. So I'm trying to make that, when you do that eye contact, like, look at me, like, let's go, and all that. But I can't even do it. So at the point, I'm like, okay, this is also, I have that pride too. Like, I'm not about to be standing here waiting for a girl.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me just go. There's many girls. I'm chilling. Do you know what my nigga did? I get outside now. I see her friend outside, like, oh, hey, it's like, where's my friend and all that? I'm like, yo, where's my boy? He's like, oh, I didn't see him. This nigga went inside to go get her for me. How many dudes would do that for your guy? Like, I just looked at him because, like, even me, I'm not even that. I was like, it's a real nigga, Like, I ain't brought outside. Hey,
I know. What you mean.
Yeah, and yeah, good holiday. But but I was like, this nigga actually went inside to go and collect the babe to make sure both of us secure.
So you see, so you know when I said if it was me, in some cases I'll just if it's a girl that I've not gotten to know, I just think she's physically attractive, I'll just let her go. One of the reasons is because there's some friends you've had that it's because of other circumstances that you guys are close.
Yeah.
And you've never had like a woman type of encounter before.
Oh.
So like friends that they put you on, anything work they put you on, anything that has to do, like they're good people. You know, they come to your parties, they come to your functions, like they're cool people, but you've never had any kind of woman related encounter. And then that day, and this could be in the course of like a year, 2 years, you guys have been friends. You've never had an issue where you guys talk to the same babe. Then that particular night is when you find out that you guys are talking to each other.
You know what's funny? With what you just said, I think it happened on Sunday last year so many times.
So that's why I said it's easy to say that, you know, knowing the kind of friends you have. But knowing the kind of friends you have doesn't mean you guys have experienced
there
it.
have been some awkward, not even just with me, just all of us go, just guys that become friends, if you go just look at each other. Yeah. I know Sunday last year is during the day now, so it's not even that somebody's hiding.
You can see, you can see everything.
And the thing is, it's not that your guy's in the wrong. It's open game.
It's open game. So you see, and that's actually the spirit I used to say, just have her. Because I know that if I try to stick around and say, oh, she's no-go, and you still try to, it's going to mess up our friendship. And I know that,
and I know that really analyze, is it one babe I don't know?
That will not be exactly
how many years or impact of things that
so I just look at the person and I know that he brings other values in our friendship. And I just say, okay, you know what? If it's babe, yeah, take her. Let
me tell you one story. This even me and my guy, we still get guys silly, but I said we have to have a talk about it. Like, I know guys, nice guys won't talk, but thank God, like me, I'll say, oh yeah, guy, let's just talk.
Yeah.
So there was one girl, my guy, bro, one time he had like a housewarming kind of thing, invited us to come. So we all chilling. I'm a nigga now, like since I moved back, I'm my guy. And me too, I know how he is with babes, all that, you know, he knows how I am with, you know, but we are very respectful to each other. Okay. Brought the girls. Oh, she's this beautiful girl that's one of his friends. Like, saying, I know it's my friend and all that. I say, yo, shawty here. So she happened to sit beside me. So I'm just talking, and then we obviously start talking. So we just had a good conversation. Boom, boom, boom. Then I think at the end, like they said they were going out that night. Okay. I said I'm not going out. I'm going home. Gave me her Insta. Like, okay, maybe we'll talk one time or no. Boom. But I see my guys still like entertaining her and all that, but just like on friendly, like find your way. So I'm like, I'll leave it as it is. So even me, I asked him the other time, how far that babe? He said, now my friend do you get now my friend. I said, now your friend, friend now, okay.
Free game. Cool.
So there's one time we worked together on a project. Like it so happened like later on down the line, me and her work on a project together. Okay. So after that project, like we start chilling a little more, like we cool and all that. We like each other and all. I'm like, okay, like and the girl's a baddie too. But then I saw some red flags. There were a lot of red flags that just happened, unfortunately, that, you know, those red flags you see in girls that define girls really, like, blinding the red flag.
Yeah,
like, you see, you know in your heart of hearts, I am not supposed to, this is what I'm avoiding. I like you're a fine girl, you're cool, but you see this red flag, I'm avoiding this, yet it's there, but you look into her eyes, let her just look at you the right way, you're like, you know what, fuck. I feel
it's like a strobe light in your face. Just in your face. Just you're there, you're like, I can't see no colors. I can't see no colors.
And you know, and so the phone, I now allowed it, boom. The red flag don't hit me now. Boom. I feel the effect after. I call him. So there's one time I called him. He said, you too, when you kept looking at her. I said, so why didn't you tell me as your guy? He was like, but you said na free game. So, and then imagine, after we've talked about it, venting to each other, a week later, guess who she's out with?
Him. So, and you see, and now tell me how that would have pained you. It would have pained you because, like...
So, it didn't pain me, but it did annoy me. No, it didn't even annoy me. It was just more like, women.
so you see, and that's what I was saying about dating dating someone your friend is with. Because now, he can't really view her as your ex.
No, but that's... even me, she's not my... That's not his... But that's what I say, are we been dating?
Exactly.
Because, you know, like...
And that's why you couldn't say anything. And that's why you couldn't say anything, because she wasn't actually your ex. If she was your ex...
And him too, it's not his ex, so he can say anything.
So he can't say anything. Exactly.
It's like, there's that pride.
Yes.
Like, but you were just out with me.
Yeah, so it's tricky. You're like...
So how do these girls... I actually go, no, all honesty, put the camera on me, please. You women out there, what goes through your mind when you know the guys are friends? You know they're friends, because girls act like, look at what we just said.
I've had conversations.
Seen us together.
You know what they think? They think it's free game too. I've had a conversation with them, and they just believe that, okay, I mean, it's also free game.
Then
like,
why do you all accuse us for certain things when you two, you know it's
because
free
it's
game?
easier. there's already a stigma, so it's like might as well just blame it on men, you know. But nonetheless, I mean, it's definitely a peculiar situation because I've also had cases where it's somebody I'm just talking to the person, and maybe my guy is hoping for more. Sometimes you even want them and let them know, hey, my bro, I'm not, you know what, I can see that you've been, you know, having your eye on her. Do your thing. Like, I mean, I'm just talking to her, but we don't have anything serious. I can't claim any ownership of her, so just go ahead and do your thing. You know, you give it a shot. If you guys end up in something, no problem. But she has this red flag, this red flag, this red flag, and this red flag. I'm telling you this first time. In fact, that's one of the reasons I can't go further with her.
Yeah.
And you're like, let me see for myself. Okay.
I've been there.
Then you now come back and be like, Buka, you should have told me it was like this. I'm like, but I told you that. But you didn't go in detail. I mean, I don't need
There's
to go
one
in
of my
detail.
guys that always does that. He's like, Maiwa, you don't give me detail. I said, I'm not with the girl. I just know her.
And it's always the guy that's asking you, how far is your friend?
Yes.
It's always. You're like, I saw that baby with you. How far is she single? Are you guys?
I'm like, bro, there's nothing going. And the funny thing is, 90% of the time, there is nothing going. If I probably 95. There's nothing going on with me and the girl. She's literally my friend because even the ones that I'm with, I ain't gonna lie, not that I hide them, but they too. Funny enough, the kind of girls I'll be messing with, they be like, don't even put me on your Insta. Don't even like we know they'll know how to code it, but they don't even want that kind of attention.
Yeah.
So that you see me, it's actually my friend that I'm posting on this thing casually. But again,
have you ever had any? I'll ask this question. Have you ever had any what I call it a negative wingman experience where you were the wingman?
Go ahead, finish. I haven't said anything.
Yeah, where you were the wingman, and so you know how we spoke earlier about, you know, being a wingman usually would involve taking one for the team, but the one you had to take for the team.
So I don't do so because of that. I don't do that. This is why I said now, as much as I'm talking, hey, this is the rule. I have changed as a friend whereby if you say be wingman, I go look. Hey, bro, I can't do it.
Wow, that's rude.
No, I'm sorry. See, God forgive me.
No. I mean, let's be honest. Being real, it's not everybody you're going to be able to tolerate.
Here, my reason. I don't want to give false hope to any girl. Same way, I don't want any girl to give false hope to me. Notice what I said. Not about my wife. I feel it. No, because I don't want any girl giving. So I don't want to give the same energy back. And the girl now will think now. Because let's not lie to ourselves.
You start talking. Men are
bastards.
Yes,
men are bastards. That fine girl that you know you're not trying to have everything with, if she look at you the right way,
you answer.
And give you go answer. Now.
Same thing with them. So and you see, and actually you're very right because you see that thing about giving hope. Lord has put me in so much trouble. And because in the end you can't say you want to switch off who you are. So if you're a charming person and you guys get talking, you would know she would like. In fact, as she's enjoying conversation, you are hating it.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, this is going somewhere that I know it shouldn't even go.
You know when it gets to the point, and you would even be praying that, please, don't ask for my number, don't ask for my Insta. Just forget and be like.
Because I'm not going to, and that's why I said, look, we're only speaking from the male perspective because of this podcast, so it's so uncomfortable but funny at the same time. It's like, I am not going to call you. I don't even call back. Like, okay, that's going to sound bad, because what I was going to say was, even if there's some baddies I meet, doesn't mean I'm calling you.
Yeah.
Because that's why I tell guys, like, it's not every girl you're moving to, literally. So this girl now, if she now likes me and thinks, oh, he's moving to me, which I'm not, then if I don't text you, you didn't call me or text me.
I think this one is even the worst one, where the friend you're winging for is also a baddie, but not your kind of baddie. Like, so you know how there's some buddies that are like, oh yeah, everybody else likes them, but
I'm not interested. So many. I tell yo.
And then if you're winging for your friend, he'll be telling you, the friend is also bad now. You're like,
she's not my type.
You're like, you know what? Let's just get this over with.
Bro,
I get it.
One of my guys and I actually almost had a fight. Like we're those kind of friends. Like, you know, those friends that is just like when you guys argue, it's always hot. Not like hot that is like personal.
It just sounds argumentative.
It just sounds like you're about to fight. And the girl was gorgeous. I can't lie to you. Mm-hmm. But I know of the girl, not in terms of she did streets or anything,
but just some things you don't fuck with. Yeah,
no day with me. If we happen to meet organically, like I think she's cool to me, fair. But I don't want to move to her because if she insults me now by accident, I will do my own back. Like, I'm that kind of guy. So we argued. Eventually, we went to go and do. Lo and behold, the silly girl was giving me attitude. I'm like this. So my boy's talking to her. Mind
You'll
you,
be so
him
mad.
and the girl now are starting to flow. So I'm like, hey, what's up? How you? Fine. I'm not even moving. In my head, I'm like, I'm not even moving. You know what? Swallow your pride. Swallow. Hey, okay? Like, yo, where you from? I remember there's one girl. I remember she even gave me. No, it was her. She gave me this attitude answer that pissed me off. Because I was like, I always ask people, where are you from?
Yeah.
And when I ask people, where are you from, it's legit. Because I've met so many people that have moved here from other states, from other Lagos.
I'll get to it.
That have moved from outside Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
As you all like to insult me and say I'm a 5-year IJGB, I can say where I'm from.
Yeah.
So it's an honest question. I ask the girl, where are you from? She just looked at me and say, if you see I'm here, why would you ask me that?
Chai!
Ah, mother! And this, I swear, Nigeria, I swear, see, some of you Nigerian girls that give this attitude, I swear to God, come this year, I'm going to be talking back. I swear. I've been so polite and nice. I ain't doing that shit no more. Nah, because I'm my own party too. Now my own house party, you.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay.
You see, there's a public place. I take my L and walk away. My own party. You want to give me it? I looked at the bouncer, literally. He didn't look me. My half, and I'm like, yeah, be Christian.
And I guess it was more painful because you didn't even want to in the first place.
I don't want you.
You're just doing it for your guy, so he just has time to talk to.
And do you know the worst part of something like that? It didn't happen in this situation because after that, I just talked a little bit and I let her go.
Ah, shit, this wingman
Now,
thing
do you
just
know
brought
what
back some memories.
annoys me? I've had that situation happen more than once. That's why it's like, because you know why? You know what happens? Have you ever wingman for your girl that you meet the girl one time and she gives you attitude that time? Then you happen to meet the girl at another situation.
She's not trying to be cool.
She's now trying to be cool, and then she happens to see that you're cool. Now she likes you. I'm sorry. I'm a petty ass nigga.
Oh, that's me.
I'm sorry.
That's definitely me.
Once you give me that attitude one time, baby girl, if you like
it's
me that
over.
time.
It's gone.
Because
it's gone.
this is what guys think. Ladies, if you want us to be real, it's going to be one or two things. If you like me that much and you want to sleep with me, I could do and I'm done.
Yes.
If you want me to be real with you, I'm not saying I do it too. Have I been in that mindset? Yes, before. I'll be honest. But most times, guys, and that's why I tell girls all the time, especially in Lagos, stop with this unnecessary bad attitude. Okay, it is not needed. Be yourself. Nobody's saying. I understand where girls come from, whereby it's not every guy you want harassing.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But then the girls.
But if you actually know you are attracted to someone a little bit, what's the attitude?
Why are you having attitude?
And then they'll not tell you that. Yeah, I'm a woman. I'm supposed to. You're a woman.
You're a woman.
Okay.
You see, when girls start doing that as a woman, men are this. When you start doing that, I don't even. You see, that's the biggest turn off already, man. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, there's just no point. And I think because sharing this entire thing, you just brought back another memory that even happened recently. I think it was even in December. So like 3 months ago. I was actually wingmanning for someone, and she came with a friend, and the friend too was like, you know what? Actually, that one was a bit peculiar because I was wingmanning for someone. The person I was wingmanning for liked me.
Yeah.
Her friend didn't know anything about. I'm not even sure if her friend liked me in the beginning or even knew anything about. Oh, okay, no. Her friend said she knew about me already. I'm like, oh, okay. Hopefully that makes this easier then.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, fast forward to, it just got really awkward because I could tell the girl that liked me, that was winging for my friend, was always still trying to move to me at any point she could. Whereas I was always trying to cock block her. Imagine, I'm cock blocking her so that she can have time with my friend.
Screaming.
I was now cock blocking so that she wouldn't have any choice but to go back to my friend, while her friend that was with me was now getting jealous of the. It was so messy.
And that's another side that
it was so messy.
We as men don't get to talk about is that some of these girls too go through the old drama whereby you are talking to one friend there, but you see the other girl now is starting to like you too, and it's like, I'm just here chilling.
So you know the thing, I feel like, and girls usually know when you are winging for. I mean, I feel like they know when you're winging for someone.
Do they?
In some cases, especially
some
when
guys don't forget, some guys have some good wingman game. You'll never know.
No. So I'm saying there's a way you would both move to two friends as two guys. That at some point they will kind of get that. Okay, I guess that's the one that they really like, and then this person is the one that they just talk to. I know she could tell I was the winger. I know she could tell because it was at a party. I wasn't even trying to. I wasn't even trying to have like meaningful conversations. Basically, I was just small talk every now and then, and that was just like we'll dance a little bit. I was using most of the dance to just distract the entire thing. So that way, I mean, you know, if you're dancing with someone, it's easier to keep them away from their friends so that your friend can have time to. So I was trying to keep her. Then sometimes she will come and the girl that I'm winging for will come and chance her friend to dance with me because she liked me. But even though I could like her, I knew how my guy felt.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really. I mean, she was a hot babe. Like, she was hotter than the friend, but I couldn't really do much about it because I'm like, you know what? I'm still giving my guy a chance. You need to outrightly reject him before I can think of moving to you in a certain way. So until that, I couldn't do anything. It was so awkward. It was so messy. The girl was now like giving attitude to her friend, and after I was just like, I don't even need to be a part of this.
And sometimes you're just a bystander, like.
I was just watching everything unfold. I'm like, I don't need to be here.
Sorry, round out because of time. Like, you just remind me of a story now. Like those times where you both go in a 2-man game, but nobody has a target.
Hey, see that one?
Like,
that's the worst. That's the worst
one. So
there's
two baddies. So the way now you say like there's sometimes you can move to. You can wingman for your boy that there are 2 baddies, but you're not in the mood for this one. That's not your type.
Yeah.
But then there's 2 baddies that you both don't know which one. You can have either one.
Yes.
There was one time, long time ago, that me and my guy now went on this holiday down where Europe somewhere. You saw these 2 black models, like these 2 beautiful girls. We were both trying to decide, like, which one you want. I don't know, man. Like, which one? But yeah, let's just both go and talk and see. So we go there. Goes to talk to the one at the bar. I talked to a friend that's waiting for her. So me and the friend now, me and her at least, we getting along, like getting to know each other. Not even up to 10 minutes at one point. Me and her talking to, she just taps me like, "Is that your boy?" And then I just see my boy with the girl, just they whine. Just they move. Just they whine. Just they move. I say, so he hit me. I'm shocked.
Man didn't give you a chance.
Like, the whole point was for us to get
no,
to
and which one? No. Man didn't give you a chance.
Nah, he didn't. And her start laughing, and then of course I look at her like properly. I'm like, damn, this girl gorgeous. Like, so at that point, I'm like, am I going to complain? We just continued like that the whole night. Didn't even switch. I think at one point, the funny thing is, at one point, this is why I was say culture comes into play, because at one point while we're all dancing, we now switch girls somehow, whereby we meet the friends eventually. So he meets my girl, I meet his girl. So we're now talking and all that. Then we start dancing with each other's girl at one point.
Right.
But then somehow, some way, we switch back.
Okay, I guess I mean,
and it's fair game.
And that's why
you see why I say it's
that's
fair
why I
game.
was saying women know when you guys are kind of like winning each other.
Funny, the 2 girls knew the whole
they
time.
Knew, yes,
even,
they always know.
I was even nervous at first. It was us that were nervous just to get each other. Like, guy, how far? Like,
especially if you guys have had eye contact before you meet. They know.
But the girls played the game well. Eventually, everybody came back to their original, very good night. But the funny thing is, this is why I tell girls sometimes. Yes, we understand that the dudes that are out there that are sometimes just trying to sleep with you, but a lot of times we're not. Even if we have a good night, like we had a good night with them, so we're like, yo, where you guys going after? They're like, yo, their flight's tomorrow. So in our heads, at first we're like, damn. Yeah. But at the same time, but so we're not in 50-50 mode and all that. Then I'm just like, again, talking to my girl, she's fine as hell. I'm like, thinking long term, bro. I can't just let you go, man. I just can't let you go.
What?
I'm thinking long term, man. Like, I'm gonna find you again.
This is why you set yourself up.
No, because I'm like, okay, we can do this one night. Yes, we can. Because my boy, I saw my boy hated me. I was about to say his name, but I'm not gonna do that. But he was so angry because it was basically up to me now at this point. Because the girls were like, oh, and we're trying to talk to them. They're like, oh, they're ready. And then I was like, you know what? Yo, let them go, man. Their flight's in the morning. We're going to catch. He's like, are you mad? I'm like, yo, trust me on this.
Because you're trying to be the good guys. Like, I want this.
No, good guy. Like, no, I'm like, yo, this girl's good people, gorgeous. Like, I might go to story. Where this guy go? You keep like this now. Go and find that in London, But yeah, so I had to let them go then.
I took off my shades because
I
was flabbergasted. Yes,
unfortunately, my friend. That's why I say you see the tease me there. Some of them are tired of because like this. Yeah, the one that literally just can't say yes. But
time. We're done. We're done for today.
We're
done for today.
Topic.
This was.
There's a lot of gems in this. Like, what's the last thing you want to give to guys? Like advice?
So again, like I think the one thing is evolve your bro code every time at every stage. Like, if you have the same set of friends or even a different set of friends, don't use the bro code you're using in uni. Even if you have a few things that you guys took from uni, try to redefine. Always try to let guys understand, look, we're grown up now. This thing that we keep saying is a law, is a rule. I mean, does it really work? Or are we still living in that, young teenage era, you know, always learn to evolve your bro code in such a way that everybody is just kind of like, you know, getting along, is growing in the process, you know, as opposed to having these childish conflicts over bro code that you've been using since you were 19 or 18, you know. So I think that's what it is for me.
I'm sorry, this is gonna be so random, but I just had a flashback from that story. It wasn't me that actually just said no. Now stupidity, because I was delaying. Then the girl now did something. You know when girls do this bastard thing? She now kissed me and said, "Make sure you come and find me in London." I said,
"Yay!"
Hey! I said, "Hey!"
She put you in that place where
I don't even.
She said no softly,
bro.
Damn.
No, not with that. No.
No. When I say no, I mean like no for that time, but like
and
find you later.
And that's why I said I didn't push.
That's the point, exactly.
I was like, you know what? I will.
Did you find her?
Yes.
But yes, she's not here today. So, guys, thank you again for today's episode. We say again, please subscribe to our YouTube
and all audio platforms,
Spotify, Apple. Send us emails, send us DMs,
comments.
Let's hear your own bro codes, sis codes. You know, you can throw those in as well. So let's hear what you guys think. And yeah.
Until next time, guys. Thank you guys for watching us. This is MENISMS Gang. I'm Michael Scenario,
and I'm very welcome, Koya.
And until next time.